listening to I Am Refocused Radio with your host, Shamaya Reed. This show is designed to inspire you to live your purpose and regain your focus. And now, here's your host, Shamaya Reed.
Hey, welcome to I Am Refocused Radio. We are here once again, and today we have another show lined up for y'all. We have a music artist that we're going to be talking to today, Jen Ash. You can go to her website, jenashmusic.com. And we're going to learn a little bit more about her today. She is a former professional basketball player. So we'll learn a little bit about that. But she's from a professional basketball player turned to a amazing music artist. And we're going to be talking about her new music. But first, before we dive into that, I want to welcome Jen to the show. Say, how you doing?
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you being on. So, yeah, kind of tell us a little bit about your journey, because you moved to LA to pursue a music career after ending a basketball career. Tell us a little bit about the story.
So I was in Paris and finishing up my basketball season, and I was just over it and feeling like I was done with it, So I just packed my bag and just get straight to LA. I didn't know anyone. I just, went for it. Try not to think about it too much. So I got to LA and really thought it will be easy, but I ended up learning a lot about how to get through the different of the culture and how things works here, and the language barrier and everything. So it was crazy. It was scary, but didn't go back home. I'm still here, and it was an amazing experience. And I put the fear aside, and it got me here. So I'm kind of proud of myself to just be bold and courageous,
Man, that sounds like a movie in the making. So I have to ask you more about your basketball, what was your basketball career like? And you was in Paris, right? Is that correct?
Yeah. So I was playing, so every year, you have a new contract and you change team. And sometimes it just felt like you just, a little, you're not a human being for them. You just business. So that was the part that I didn't like about it. I like the whole game and how it teaches you to work hard and be mentally strong, not take everything personal, because every day you have someone telling you what to do and you do that wrong. So it was challenging, but it helped me get through being a better person and being strong mentally. So that's the way I was able to come to LA and do what I do today. So it was fun. It was just you get to a point when you over it and it's just the same thing over and over. But it was fun for a time, but I needed to change. I needed to be on my own and create on my own and not being told what to do. And yeah, that's why I was this is not for me anymore.
And did you play basketball sports your whole life? What was that like before you made it professional?
So I started, I was 10 and I was really bad.
Really?
I was a disaster. But, if you really want something, you put the work and you work extra hours and you work harder than everybody else. And then you end up making it. So a lot of kids were very talented and I wasn't. And I ended up playing professional and they didn't, because I feel like when you're bad, but you really want it, you make it work, and you have this you angry to succeed. So it helps you keep going and have the drive to do it. While you're talented and you good, then you kind of be lazy and not putting as much work as someone that is pretty bad at the beginning.
So, if you're able to, what team did you play for?
So I started in south of France. The city is Montpellier. They had like this school that you can get out of school earlier to like start your basketball practices in the afternoon. So I started there. Then I moved to Paris and started playing professional when I was 18. And then I played in Bordeaux, south of France, then Lyon. Then I got back to Paris. You know, like, it's like you do the old French term. It's a small word, so everybody knows you. And then I play a little bit in north of France, and then back to Paris again. It was a little trip.
And that's interesting. So, what was just the culture like? The people, were they very supportive of women in sports?
They usually don't care much about women's sports, which is like sad. So for the women's sport, we had to like have work on the side, and it was just like it's not as popular as the men's sport. So it was difficult to like make a living out of it full time. But well, yeah, it's the sad part, and I think it's like it's in every country. It's like that. So they like men's sports better.
Now, getting back to your music career, when you decide to make that jump to go to LA, I mean, Los Angeles, California, anywhere in California, I mean, it's it's expensive to live out there on the West Coast, man. So, did you kind of look around and do any research or study or anything like that, or did you just say, you know what, that's where I'm going to, that's the place I want to go to? Did you just go, or did you take some time to prepare yourself?
I find a place to stay, and once I had the place to stay, I just booked a round trip ticket. I didn't know the city, and when I got here, I was like, I don't know where I am. I don't know if it's a bad area, a good area. I went like literally like with no preparation. I had some money on the side, but then, you know, yeah, as you said, it's expensive. So I was like, oh, the money, it's like I'm spending my money pretty fast. So I had to find a job very like quickly. And I feel like when I start working in the restaurant. This is where I kind of like meet people and they help me go through like how to get around in the city, how things works here. So that was the thing. Yeah, but I made a crazy move. I just packed and left. So it was yeah, it was insane, but it was one of the best decisions I made in my life. So I'm like, I'm happy with it.
What year was this when you end up getting to LA?
2016.
Okay.
I got here. Yeah.
So man, you survived the, pandemic here in the United States.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what was the process like meeting new people? Because I mean, LA, New York, those are some really nice places to, get discovered and work with legends, if you will. So, I mean, you are in the good place for, entertainment world. What was the process like for you meeting people in the music industry?
Well, as a foreigner woman, the first thing is everybody's trying to take advantage of you because they think that, you don't know anything. And then they think they can just like, ask you for anything and then you'll do it. So that was one of like the challenge for me is I couldn't trust anybody and everybody's telling me different things. They're like, you have to lose your accent and you have to like, you don't write properly. And it was a lot of criticism. And I learned not to listen. I mean, I take the criticism and I'm trying to get better every day. And and improve myself. But I realized that people connect better with who I am and my music when I'm just like vulnerable and just own who I am. And I stopped listening to people telling me that it's wrong. They always told me that my music was dated, and I was like, but I like the R&B and soul music was like the best music back in like the 90s. So yeah, it's a little dated, but like it's still music and people are still gonna listen to it. So yeah, my experience with like people in the music industry is not a great one, to be honest. So I had to learn how to like do thing on my own and get things done by myself. And it was difficult, yeah.
So you were working at a restaurant, getting things started. Were you
Yeah.
continue to work at a restaurant while launching your music career, or what was that process like?
Yeah. Um, well, you gotta pay the bills.
Right.
So yeah, and the restaurant is like the easy way to like make money fast and not think about anything else. So all the free time I have, I can just focus on my art. Yeah, studio time is expensive, music videos are expensive. I was like at the beginning I was complaining about like the fact that nobody's helping me, but at the end of the day I own everything I write. I own everything I make. So it's kind of like better for me to like be able to like this is mine. Nobody else is like taking anything from me. So that's very valuable to me. But the the only thing is like it costs a lot of money. So all the money that I have extra go to my music, to my like, you know, music videos and all the stuff I want to create. Yeah. So yeah, I'm still working on the side.
No, that's good. I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, it's not easy to, leave from Paris and go to LA. I mean, of all places,
Mm.
that's not an easy task. So I commend you for taking that risk. Were
Mm.
you always in that mindset of let's just go for it? Was that always your attitude as far as this is, my life and I'm not going to play safe?
Um, yeah, I'm very stubborn. So when I want something, I don't let go. I'm just very, I want this and I don't know how long it's going to take, but this is what I want and I'm going to get it. I was a little less confident before, but as time goes, I learned to take charge. And sometimes it's tiring because sometimes I don't want to be in control. I don't want to think about like anything. I just want to like, just show up, do my thing. But I learned that, if you want to get things done, the best way to do it is to just go for it and take charge of your life and take charge of your music and what you want to do. Because you can't wait for people, especially here in the city. I don't know how it works on the other city, but here nobody's doing anything for free. Nobody is doing anything to help you. So you just have to like do it for yourself. And if you want to get things done, you have to pay people if you don't know how to do it yourself. So I had to learn how things work. And now I'm like, okay, this is what I want. I pay you for it. And it's more like getting your mindset into a business, like thinking that this is your business and you invest in your business instead of like, oh, I'm going to create this and I'm going to have friends. Is not going to work because you're not going to get the result you want if you wait for people to just like do things for you.
We're listening to Omni Focus Radio, talking to our guest today, Jen Ash. You can go and visit her website, jenashmusic.com. And I have to ask you, do you still play basketball just for free time, or is it totally all music?
So I did a little bit, but like you get to the court and there's a bunch of men and nobody's passing you the ball. And you're like, listen, I just want to play. Can I have, because you're a woman and I want to pass you the ball. So I was like, I'm not here to do my cardio, so I stopped playing. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Um, it was too much drama. Oh my god.
You should start your own little community, man. Like, have you?
Yeah.
Do you watch the WNBA by chance?
Well, the WNBA only played during summer.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my only concern. I was like, you play and then the whole year, you're not doing anything. The WNBA player used to go to France and just play with us, and the summertime they just go back to the US. I just felt like they're doing it just to like fill the spots during the summer when the men's are not playing. So it was like, I don't know. And then when I was done, it was like the chapter was closed and I was ready for a new life, a new chapter of my life. So I didn't want to go back to it.
That's dope. So let's jump into your recent release. You have a song release, Trouble. I had to write a quick blog on that, man. I think that song is dope. I think your sound is dope. I think your story is unique. And, you know, I'm trying to be on the train before everyone else jumps on board. I think you can be a rising music artist out in LA. So, you know, I'm saying I might have to hit you up for maybe an autograph or something because, you know, I can tell when someone has a good story and yours sounds like a movie. I mean, it's pretty cool. So with all that out the way, tell us what this song Trouble is all about, and was there anything particular that inspired you to write it?
So I honestly miss Amy Winehouse so much. She had like this unique universe. So I was like, how can I just like, make this universe come to me? So I find the instrumental, I find like the saxophone was amazing. I really fall in love with like the whole composition of the music. And then I had a visual in my head, like, like the old, like black and white movie or little like Sin City universe. I always like visualize what the song is and how I see it. Then what I do in every single of my songs, I'm trying to like grab whatever happened to me, something coming from like a past experience that I can put into a song, and it makes it easier for me to write it down because I actually experience the moment and the feeling of it. So it's easier for me to write this way. So it was the actual date that I had, and I was like, how I'm gonna take that date and then put it into the music. So that's what happened. And I leave like around LA. So when, in the song it said I'm coming down the freeway, I actually came down the freeway to get to the city and then just go to this place. LA has a lot of rooftops. So it's just like the whole universe of it come from like a real experience and the feeling of like meeting someone for the first time and getting out of your comfort zone. And it's scary because you get yourself into like a potential new relationship and you don't know how it's going to end. If it's going to end bad or good. That's why the song is called Trouble.
Man, with your story, you should be on someone's late night show, man. Like, real talk. I'm surprised no one's picked you up yet. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, it's been some artists I've been watching in 2023, and like I think you're probably one to watch. And I definitely will be hitting you up afterwards to see if I can get like an autograph before like you go famous, like full throttle.
No problem.
Because I really think your story is like cool and unique. Because
Thank you.
The fact that you made your mind up, like, yeah, let's just go out to LA, busy traffic, crazy parts of the city, but let's just go. I mean, that's like a fearless like attitude. And I think a lot of people in general don't usually have that attitude right away, that I'm gonna be fearless with my approach towards, life, whatever career I choose, whatever path I choose. Talk to that a little bit with the audience about being fearless about pursuing your goals.
Um, well, I realize if you put the fear aside, there's a lot of things you can do because we're so much like stopped by our own fears and yeah, my stepdad is such like a great man. I remember when I talked to him and I was like, I want to go to LA, but I have my apartment in Paris and I have the cutest apartment ever. And he told me, he's like, you know what? It's just four walls, just a car. And if it doesn't work, then you get back on the plane and you come back. There's nothing to worry about. And he's right. Now we can travel the world, and then with our cell phone and then computer, we can get a way around. It's just so easy. So for me, it's like there is no excuse for you not to try because like we have all the information we need today to make things happen. So I think he gave me the strength to like said, okay, he got my back. If anything happened, I can count on him, and I want to make him proud of everything I'm doing. So that's why I'm like, I go for it, and I stop being afraid of things. And I mean, sometimes I'm afraid, but like I'm trying to like put it in the back of my head and just let it go and not think about it because there's so much nice thing that happen when you're not afraid of things, and it's just beautiful what can just come out of like just being positive and just making things done. And now I put my fear and my sadness and everything that is negative, I put it into writing and I put it into a song and just help me like keep going, and people love it. So that's how I make my way around, by just like putting the bad things of my life into songs. So yeah.
You listen on Refocus Radio, talking to our guest, Jen Ash. You can go to her website, jenashmusic.com. I can't believe that you're not on like MTV or like some big publishing front cover magazine. Like, because I listen to your stuff. I'm like, what? Why she ain't big though? Well,
I'm trying to get there,
we're gonna help you. Like, I'm serious. Like, send me stuff to post, like for real, because I'm gonna be in your corner.
Thank you.
I'm not just fluffing it. Like, I'm being like for real. Like, you're gonna be on someone's late night TV show. I mean, you got mad talent, and it's like, wow, you came from Paris, for crying out loud. That's bold, man. That's you don't hear that. You don't hear people saying, I'm a chase my music dream and go to, LA after having a professional career. I know,
it's a little crazy.
That's awesome. I mean, I'm serious. It should be like a movie, like real talk. But with that said, I have to ask this, do you still have like friends and family that you keep in touch from Paris?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes they don't understand what it's a different life. It's just, so sometimes it's hard to like explain to them, I'm doing this and I'm doing this. And I'm like speaking Chinese to them because they don't understand. It's like Europe is another word. Like they're being creative in LA. It's like nobody's judging you for being creative. Everybody's like, yeah, go for it. There's like this energy here, whereas like you're an artist and we appreciate you for it. When I go to other cities or when I go back to Europe, it seems easier, but like it's the same thing. So it's like work, home, like friends. So I feel like I distances myself from like a lot of friends and a lot of family, not because I don't love them anymore. It's just because we have a different life and we're going into two different paths. So sometimes they don't understand what I'm going through. And it's difficult to like put the energy to explain them. But at the same time, it's just like, is the life I chose. So, but I still have contact. We're not as close as before because of what, our lives, and everybody has kids. Everybody has a family, 3, 4 kids, and I'm like this. I'm like, am I late, or like, I'm not even ready to have like um kids or like a family right now because I'm so focused on my music, and my career is my baby for now. So it's just like, it's different life, and I love them from afar, but it's good to be alone too, to create what I have to create and get to where I want to be and take my career to the next level. I think it's important to like reflect and be alone in those times.
Well, I'm gonna speak into the universe right now. You're gonna be like going to the next level super fast. Real talk.
Oh,
Real talk. I mean, I found you because of a contact who basically recommended you to be on the show. So there you go. I mean, if it wasn't for that person referring me to you to get on the show, I would never even, discover you. You know what I'm saying? So you're already ahead of the ball game. You see what I did there? But
yeah, the
when
ball game.
when you see the opportunities of the future, you are from Paris, so you can do both English and French. Do
Yeah.
you see yourself dabbling to more of French style lyrics in the future, or what do you think about that?
I would love to mix both. I have one song where I mix both. It's called "I'm Over You." I am trying to like um find a rhythm, but I haven't found it yet. So I'm not forcing it when it doesn't flow naturally, but I need to find the right rhythm when I feel like it's the good one. I don't want to make thing just to make thing, and it's not perfect. I'm like very like, this is not right. So I'm sure I'm gonna find a way to do it, and to do it my way and not copying what other people do, because I don't like doing that. But yeah, and I really like, my thing is like, I really want to go back to Paris and just like do a tour in France, and just like show people how far I've come, and tell everybody that didn't believe in me, here we go, I'm back, and I've done it. So, but I love French music. I love like the classic music. There's so many like amazing artists that you guys don't know here, but yeah, I enjoy the French language a lot. I just have to explore it a little more.
Man, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. You're the next rising music artist. Mark my words. So you're gonna be on someone's late night show. I mean, your story is dope. It sounds like a movie. I'm sure it's gonna look like a movie one day. When you have your team, because this isn't something that happens by yourself. You know, you have your engineers, you have your PR people. How
Yeah.
important is it for you, since you're heading in the right direction with your music career, keeping your camp nice and tight with people who have those professional skill sets to help you rise?
Yeah, you have to have a strong team that you trust. So I remember the first time I got to the studio with Tim, my engineer. I told him, I was like, listen, if anything sounds wrong, if I say something wrong, if it's not the right vocabulary, anything, I just want you to tell me. I won't take it personal. I just need to know when I do something wrong, and because I want to correct it. I want to be a better artist. I wanted my English to be better, because when I got there, it was fine, but it wasn't perfect. So I had to like humble myself and listen to people that know better than me. So you have to like look at yourself and say, okay, and be honest. Like, you have to tell yourself, this is what I can do. This is what I don't know how to do it. So you have to have someone better than you to be on the journey with you, because it's impossible to know everything. So I had to take a step back and understand that I can't do everything. So I have to be around people that know better than me. So that's an ego thing that you have to put aside. But yeah, it's very important to have a trust relationship with all those people, and respect them, respect their time, because it's so important. They're like a part of your life and a part of your creative process. And every time I do something, I need them. They're just amazing. My engineer, my PR person, my videographer, he edits all my music video. Like, they became my musician. They became a little family that, you want to take care of. And I can't wait until I can just hire them all full time and just make everybody's life better, because it's not just me. I just want to, be there for them, because they've been here for me when I was nothing, when I just started. So I want to make sure they get the reward when my music is big and, I can just take care of them.
Man, well, there you go. That's Jen Ash, everyone. I'm telling you, you're not going to forget that name. That name's going to be in lights, like real talk. You're going to be on tour. You're going to be doing big. I'm gonna hopefully be the first one to get an autograph. And
yeah,
I'm serious. Like, you just, what's cool is like, I heard your stuff, so I'm gonna put everything, the links in the description, because people gotta hear you. You sound like no one but Jen Ash. I don't think you sound like anybody else but you, and your stuff is quality, and you have this spark about you that like is positive. And I think a lot of people gravitate to that. So, man, for those listening right now, what's the best way they can find you on social media and listen to your music?
Jen Ash Music everywhere. All Instagram, Twitter is the same thing. Jen Ash Music. All my music is on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, everywhere. And I'm excited to have new people knowing me and listening to my music, and see what they think about it, because sometimes we put music out but we don't have any feedback. So everything you're saying to me is just it helps me, it made my day, literally. And the thing you said about not sounding like anybody else, that's my main goal. I want people to know it's me just by singing a song, and it's oh, this is Jen. So it makes me very happy. And I'm blessed to hear you today saying all this nice thing about my music and me, and I really appreciate it.
Well, once again, listen on Refocus Radio, talking to our guest today, Jen Ash. You can go to her website, jenashmusic.com. You can check out her recent release of Trouble, and man, she got many more songs on her portfolio, if you will. So I want to say thanks again, Jen, and thanks for your time.
And thank you for having me. Thank you so much.